Today we're talking about signature spell options in Oathbreaker that we can cast for no mana. That can be extremely powerful in this format because we can cast it the same turn we cast the Oathbreaker, and it just offers us a lot of flexibility in general. Now when I say no mana, I don't mean that they have no cost. Most of these cards have an alternate cost that allows them to be cast for 0 mana. Whether that cost is worthwhile or not is up to you. We're going to be looking at the red cards in this video, but I will be making a video for each color, so check out my channel for that. Let's start this off by talking about damage-based spells and other removal. Gut Shot costs 1 Phyrexian mana. That means you can pay 2 life instead of paying any mana. It deals 1 damage to any target, and I want to point out that being able to deal damage to a Planeswalker is especially good in this format, obviously. So keep that in mind while we go through these other damage-based spells. Some can and some can't hit Planeswalkers. The alternate cost on these next 4 is sacrificing mountains. Mind Collapse says if it's your turn, you may sacrifice a mountain rather than pay its mana cost. Deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. It is an instant, but you're only going to be able to cast it for free on your turn. That is a downside. Still, I'd wager that it's pretty good. Thunderclap deals 3 damage to target creature by sacking a mountain. This one doesn't have the timing restriction, but it can't hit a planeswalker. Fire Blast deals 4 damage to any target at instant speed, but you gotta sacrifice 2 mountains, and if my math is correct, that's twice as much. Crash and Pulverize both destroy artifacts by sacking mountains. This does not seem particularly good in Oathbreaker though. Same goes for Mogg Salvage. It's a cool alternate cost, it's just not a good card. Flame Shot can be cast by discarding a mountain from your hand rather than paying its cost. It deals 3 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Pyrokinesis has you exiling a red card from your hand rather than paying its cost. It deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. Cave-In also has you exiling a red card from your hand rather than paying its cost. It deals 2 damage to each creature and player, including you and yours. Stoke the Flame deals 4 damage to any target, and it has Convoke, meaning each creature you tap while you cast the spell pays for its mana cost by 1 or one of the creature's colors. I'm not sure that you're going to be able to cast this for free. Are you going to have 4 creatures to tap to cast this? I don't know. But the nice thing about Convoke is that if you have enough creatures, you can actually cast this totally for free again, because you can pay the command attacks with Convoke too. Next up, we've got combat tricks. Blazing Shawl says you may remove a red card with converted mana cost X from your hand from the game rather than pay its mana cost. Target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn. Yeah, I think this one has some real potential. If you're able to exile something really big from your hand and target a creature that's attacking and not blocked, you can just take out an opponent with this, although it is asking for a lot. Downhill Charge says you may sack a mountain rather than pay its mana cost. Target creature gets +X/+O until end of turn, where X is the number of mountains you control. Crowd's Favor is another Convoke card. Target creature gets +1/+O and gains first strike till end of turn. Same as Burning Sun's Fury. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+O and gain haste until end of turn. Fury of the Horde wants you to exile 2 red cards from your hand rather than pay its cost. Untap all creatures that attacked this turn. After this main phase, there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Force of Rage, if it's not your turn, you may exile a red card from your hand rather than pay its cost. Create 2/3/1 red elemental creature tokens with trample and haste. Sacrifice those tokens at the beginning of the next end step. Deflecting Swat, my favorite of the bunch. If you control a commander, you may cast the spell without paying its mana cost. You may choose new targets for target spell or ability. No alternate cost, it's just straight up free. And while this card is not a common signature spell, it's probably the most common signature spell on this list of free red signature spells. And how about Mogg Alarm? You may sack 2 mountains instead of paying its mana cost. Put 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens onto the battlefield. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. That really helps out my channel a lot. And as a thank you, here's a bunch more Oathbreaker videos that I think you might like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.